What's going on, YouTube? My name is Napoleon, and welcome back to another episode. So today is going to be an interesting one. I didn't think I was going to really be making a video about this today, but the wife says it's really good information. So what we are working on is the W204 300C 2009 Mercedes C300. And what we have going on is a weird one. So we live up in the Northeast, and this car is a Northeast car. Thankfully, it is pretty much an all aluminum body. The only thing that really rusts is the front and rear subframes. So we're really good about that. No frame damage or anything like that. But if you guys are in the Northeast like I am, you know that we just got hit with a major storm. And we just got a torrential downpour, and it has been super insane. And yeah, so what I want to do is I want to show you guys something that we're dealing with right now, or dealt with, because I've actually fixed the issue, and I want to show you guys how to fix this issue. If you guys know that whenever your drain lines in your C300 are clogged, you guys do get issues. So I want to show this video real quick the wife made, and I want to actually give you guys an idea of what we're working with. So I'm going to show this video. Be right back. All right, people, so now after looking at that video, the front, the instrument cluster is lit up like a Christmas tree. High beams are on, SRS light is on, SRS module is on, so there's no communication. Like, you name it, everything is messed up. So, and another thing that happens too, whenever you start the car, the windows don't roll down, the seat doesn't move, the steering wheel doesn't move, but the car starts and it will drive. I don't know how that really works, but it does. So yeah, all these issues stem from one thing. It is the Sam module. I don't know what Sam means, but I think it's got something to do with the whole front end of the car. So yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't exactly know what the Sam means, S-A-M, but whatever it is what it is. But it all comes down to this module right here, which is in the front of your car. So how to get there is a little bit complicated and like cumbersome, but you can easily do it. So the two windshield washers are, I think they're like 16s or something crazy like that. Two 16s on the passenger side, one 16 millimeter bolt on the driver's side. And then you have the whole windshield washer wiper motor, assembly. So there's a bolt here on the driver's side, a bolt there on the passenger side. Well, in the middle, we got to say passenger side, and then there's one hidden off in the center, and then one connector here. So with this bad boy here, this is your I don't know what you want to say, your crawl or what, I don't know what it's actually called, but you're gonna need to take this off too. So it's just pretty simple. There is a cert clip. It's like a clip that goes in here. All you have to do is just press, you have to pull this bad boy up like this, and then you can just run your hand across the whole thing, and this whole thing will come off. So I just kind of kept everything together because it's just a lot easier like that. And just move it off to the side. It won't get in anybody's way. It won't get in your way. So whatever. So move that off to the side. So now what is going on is, since we had so much rain, what was going on is that you have two drains. So one here, which you can clearly tell mine is actually like messed up. Like, I got to clean that out. And then you have one in the center. It's right here. And then you have one on the passenger side, which is here. So you have to keep those clean at all times. It actually drains here. There's one here, and then there's one on the other side over here. So you can see that. So with all three of those cleaned out, you shouldn't have any issues, but mine was actually dirty from getting that massive rainstorm, and there was a big issue. So what was going on is there is a cover that goes on top of, like, I'll just show you here. So there's a cover that goes on top of here. This is your Sam Module, whatever that Sam Module is. Now what happens is that this thing is sealed. It's supposed to be sealed with this, like, you know, little like thing here, and it's supposed to be super simple, and it's definitely not. Oh yeah, this bracket here is it's a piece of metal. It's I think it's like a Torx like T12 or something like that. You pull this off, and then it just pulls right out of here, and then you should be able to get into this area here that you need. So, all right. So you had a big rainstorm. Your car's doing everything that it's got to do, and you have no communication anywhere in your car. So this is the problem here. So this module here sits in this well. I'm gonna show you here. Pull this out. I do have my battery disconnected, so make sure you have your battery disconnected. So it sits in this little well here. Now this little well, let me get a flashlight here. This little well here is supposed to be very water resistant, and if there's water that gets in there, it's supposed to have a drain. So if you look down at the bottom here, that little hole is the drain for this well here. If there is any water that gets in there, this is supposed to protect you. So there's two things that happen if you do get a bad snow or a winter wonderland and it starts to rain. What goes on is that it'll come from here, and it'll get sucked into here and right on top of this. Now water finds its way everywhere in a car, and Mercedes is no different when it comes to stuff like this. So apparently somebody has done something like this before, because this little sponge here, this little cushion, that's not supposed to be there, but somebody did this before I got into here. So what happens is if this fills up with water, it'll go up into the car and into your floorboard. So I suggest you find some type of foam cushion, whatever you can, just like this, because I haven't had an issue for years until today, and it'll prevent you from actually getting water in there. So my issue today was that water was about 1.5 inches to 2 inches high up off the bottom. So if you could imagine, it's about that height. So this deep well comes up to about, that water would have came up to about here. So I caught this just in time where I didn't have any real issues. Well, I did have issues, but what I did was literally, let me see. I took this little thing here. It's from Harbor Freight or Temu or wherever we got it from. Little, thing. And you can see any corrosion that's on this thing. Well, you don't see any now, but any corrosion that you have on this can easily be wiped away with this little brush here. So all you got to do is just give it a quick little, like here. You don't need a lot of contact or anything like that. You just need something small that's easy around these big circuits and these smaller circuits. Wherever you see any kind of corrosion here. So I didn't have a lot of corrosion. Like I said, it probably came up about 1 inch to 2 inches up on this thing. And in my situation, it wasn't really that bad. So the rain happened last night, so it sat overnight. And I came out here, and the wifey was talking about my brake, something with her brakes. So like the brake sensor light was on, and I know, full well I just did the brakes on this, so I knew everything was brand new. So I wanted to figure out, oh, maybe I had a wire crossed or something like that. That's what led me to working on this thing first thing this morning. But with that said, I went and tried to start the car, and I got all those, you know, the Christmas tree lights. So, all right. So now with that, with all of this corrosion kind of taken care of and everything kind of off of here, make sure that your drain down at the bottom there is not clogged, because mine was. Mine 110% was. So what most people do is they actually drill another hole. I don't want to drill another hole. I just want to clean this out and make sure that there's no debris that's going to get in there. And then I think you should be good. If you get it soon enough and early enough, you won't have any issues. Because right now, I'm going to move this over here. And I have this plugged up. I have everything plugged up. You don't need to undo this, to be honest. But it is just the two tab, like one on each side. If I can get it, one on each side. Nah, I can't get it. Can I get it with one hand? Nah, I can't get it with one hand. I'm trying though. But this is two tabs, one on each side here. So super simple. So one on each side, like I said before. And then like you could actually move everything out of the way and not have an issue. So here's where we're at right now. If I plug this bad boy back up, I'm not going to start it or do anything crazy, but I am going to just see. So one of my first things that you're gonna notice is that the center console or the instrument cluster lights up. Before, it lit up and it was like a Christmas tree already. So another thing that happens is that you can actually move your seat back and forth. And no. Bang. So the check engine light is on just because I don't have the wiper motor on. So yeah, that should clear up any issues that you might have. I know this was a long, lengthy video, like it's 10 minutes on this part and then another 5 minutes on the other part. But I think it's good information. From what I saw, when we were looking for issues like this, we couldn't find anything. But I knew it had to be something in that corner there. So hopefully, you guys do get some use out of this video, because I know for sure I was looking for information and I couldn't find anything. So hopefully it helps you out with this situation, and hopefully you catch it soon enough so that you don't have to you know, replace that Sam module, because I know it's got to be expensive. But this is where I'm gonna leave this video off. Hopefully you got some kind of help from this. I'm gonna be posting this everywhere on the forums, just because I know that you guys, you know, are in desperate need for something like this, you know, this type of information for this car. It is a nightmare when it comes to little things like this, but hopefully it helps you. And I'll see you guys on the next one. All right, deuces. Hey, I just want to let you guys know something real quick. So there is 4 bolts. I'm sorry to interrupt again, but there's 4 bolts that are holding this together here. So let me show you. There's 1. There's 2 right here, 3, 4, and they're all T20s. So just keep that in mind whenever you're doing this. All right, hopefully this helps. See you guys.